guess what? We are 2 months away from Doom Eternal. I'm so excited for Doom Eternal. You can really get a sense of my excitement if you watch my reaction trailer. I'll post a link right here, and you can go ahead and check that one out. Over the last week or so, we've had multiple writers for various different sources play about 3 hours of Doom Eternal. There's a consensus on this one, and that consensus, it's absolutely amazing. Christopher Grant from Polygon said he has a smile glued to my face the entire time. Apparently, this is Doom 2016 turned up to 11. Goes all the way to 11. Hugo Martin, the creative director of Doom Eternal, said it's a ridiculous premise with a sincere execution. So they understand that the idea of Doom is bat crap crazy. That's a given. Like, the idea of Doom, it's fantastic. It's so much fun to play, but it is really out there when you start thinking about it. I'm glad that they recognize this and that they are still putting a sincere effort into this. Imagine if Sam Raimi made a true sequel to Evil Dead 2, but he had the Avengers budget. That's what Doom is, Martin said. So, Evil Dead 2, amazing. I really actually would like to see an Evil Dead 3 with an Avengers budget. That seems like it would actually be a really good idea. If we really think about it, Doom is insane. Scientists open a portal to hell to be able to get an unlimited supply of renewable energy. Like, that premise, boom, gone. Just ridiculous. Fantastic, but ridiculous. Who would actually go to hell to get energy? Well, they take this premise and run with it. With everything now turned up to 11, you have this new attack called the Blood Punch, which sounds pretty intense just to begin with, but this is a special melee attack that you have to charge up. Now, how do you charge that up, you're asking the retro gamer? Well, viewer, I've got just the solution here. You charge that up with glory kills. Yes, those fantastic, overbearing, overpowerful, over-gory, fantastical, amazeballs finishing moves. I had so much fun with all the different glory kills. One of my personal favorites was just ripping the leg off of someone and beating them to death with it. That's almost as good as beating someone to death with their own head, even though that doesn't seem physically possible. Let's not forget that the Blood Punch is not the only thing that we are getting here that's new. We have a couple other things that are new. Another one is a flamethrower called the Flame Belch. You get to set demons on fire, and as a special reward for burning people to death, you get armor. That sounds a little dark and sounds exactly like Doom. I'm excited about that. That is going to be absolutely amazing. It is going to be so much fun to light all those demons on fire. That can also turn into a freeze cannon and a grenade cannon. If you recall from the trailer, we saw this space station looking thing that I postulated would be part of the moon that just fractured off when the moon exploded. You could kind of see the remnants of that floating around in the Doom trailer. However, it isn't exactly that. Not sure where exactly it came from, but it is Doom Guy, or Doom Slayer's, base of operation. Now, what are we going to call this base of operation? It's the Fortress of Doom. Superman doesn't have anything on the Doom Slayer. The Fortress of Doom, Gurr would approve. I can't wait to explore the Fortress of Doom, see what's going on in there. It's going to be a blast. Everything about Doom is done with a wink and a smile, Martin said. This is fantastic. I'm glad the guys over at id really understand that this game is a bunch of fun and kind of wacky, kind of ridiculous, super gory. So they understand that they're taking this premise and they're not taking it too seriously. They're putting this serious effort into making the game great, but they understand that the story, that the premise of this is just out of this world, literally. Heyo. They really could have screwed up the premise here by taking it too seriously. They easily could have put their heads so far up their asses that they're wearing their small intestine like a wizard's hat. Let's be honest here. They could have gone down the Call of Duty route where things just kept getting more and more ridiculous until they kind of brought it back to a return to form-ish with this last iteration. So I'm just glad that Doom didn't go the head up ass route of Call of Duty. So, sorry, COD fans, it's true. Look at it. Come on, with Kit Harington going into space with Modern Warfare, it just started to get more and more ridiculous, and you had nowhere to go from there. Now, Doom is fantastic here. They have not shoved their heads up their asses, so we'll see what happens. Let's be honest here. Doom Eternal is going to sell well, and just the pre-order numbers alone are fantastic. They're definitely thinking of a third Doom game. I think one of the best parts about Doom 2016 is that you never stopped sprinting at full speed. It was this frenetic pace where you just kept running and gunning and jumping and punching and just killing everything in sight. You had enough strength and speed and bullets to turn everything on Mars into a nice fine red mist. That's why they call it the Red Planet, after all. So Doom 2016 was able to boil down what made Doom original and Doom 2 so great. And that is this fast-paced, balls-to-the-walls energy and excitement where you just keep running around and killing things. It's this fast-paced, amazing, amazing game. So they were able to take that, boil it all down, take everything that was out there and bring it all down into a nice, concise form, and everybody loved it. Everybody loved the arena shooter aspect of this. Well, Doom Eternal takes that concept and takes it up a notch. So you're still constantly running, sprinting everywhere. Now you've got the double jump, the air dash. There's going to be some light puzzling in this game, which it's not going to be a Portal style of puzzle. It's not going to be crazy intense like that, but you are going to have to think a little bit to be able to get around and figure out what's going on. Most likely they'll have a bunch of collectibles just like they did in Doom 2016. This time they're going to be a little more challenging to find and spot. Kind of like towards the end of Doom 2016, things were getting a little more challenging to find all those collectibles, all the little mini Doom guys, all the upgrade tokens, all that stuff. I think now with this expanded version where you're going to be able to jump and air dash and all that, these are going to be a lot harder to get to, but a lot more rewarding. So on top of all this amazingness with Doom Eternal, it is twice the size of Doom 2016. Martin told GameSpot, "We're hell-bent on engaging you from beginning to end. This is a 22-plus hour game." Now, if you look at time to complete for Doom 2016, that was about 11 hours. So they're looking at doubling the size of everything with this. The maps are bigger, the demons are better. It's just amazing. They've, again, turned everything up to 11. What's nice about this, though, from what all the writers have said that have had a chance to get hands-on with this game, is that they said within the first 5 minutes you were given everything that you need, as well as mini tutorials on how to do everything that you would need to be able to get on. They said throughout that rest of that 3 hours, they were given small bits of information here and there. You were given this upgrade or that upgrade, and then you had to factor that into your gameplay, which I like, just giving you that solid base right there, right off the bat, and then drip feed you all this information later. Like, hey, now your shotgun shoots rockets as well. I don't know. I'm just making that up. But it's another way that you can up the ante when you're fighting all these demons, how you can change things up. I mean, look at some of the gameplay trailers that we've seen so far. Running through the air, jumping between 3 different guns and killing different demons in different ways. It's amazing. Unfortunately, though, here, Doom Eternal was not able to escape this crunch culture, crunch idea. Though I don't think it sounds as bad as some of the other studios. We'll wait for the Jason Schreier report to come out if there was anything that was really crazy, malpractice-y going on there. Who knows? At this point, I'm just speculating a little bit from some of the reports that I've seen so far, some of the quotes, especially the quote from the executive director on the game, Marty Stratton, where he said, "We were crunching pretty hard most of last year. It goes in phases. We'll have one group of people crunching, so the next group of people are teed up properly. As they get that done, they may need to crunch a little bit." So it sounds like you'll have one group of developers crunching for, I don't know, a couple weeks, a month, 2. I'm not sure. I don't know how this goes. I've never developed a video game, so my experience with this is pretty limited. However, I can understand with the way my job has gone, my big boy job that is outside of this, There are times of the year where I will work 4 or 5 weeks without a day off for 7 or 8 hours, up to 10 to 12 hours every single day. Those shorter 7 or 8 hour days are usually a weekend. But I digress. So I understand that they might need to crunch a little bit to be able to get that down the pipeline to the next group, down to the pipeline to the next group, to be able to play test, to go, hey, yeah, this isn't quite working. We found this glitch, we found this error. Okay, we got to go back to this part, fix this, and so on down the line. So I can kind of understand that. I'm not thrilled that they have to do it, but I do understand that part of this is going to be unavoidable, at least with the way video games are made now. I don't know. I know there's a push to unionize video games in general, the industry there. I don't know how that would work, how that would affect the development process. I'd be curious to see how this goes, changes the games that we get and how the way games are made. Stratton goes on to say that we really truly do try and be very respectful of people's time and lives. We have very dedicated people here that choose to work a lot more in many cases. Now, my question is, this choice, is it really actually a choice? Or is it that when you play high school sports, that optional practice where you better get your ass to practice or you're screwed? Technically, no, you don't have to show up, but yes, you better be there or else. Is it kind of like that, or is it truly optional? Is it okay that if you're going, all right, hey, I put in my 8 hours for today, or I put in my 40 for the week, I'll see you guys all on Monday, or however your schedule works. I really would like to know how that is going about there. Like, maybe this is actually a way that can be replicated across the industry if this model works, if it is truly, actually optional. I don't quite believe that it is optional, but who knows? I could be wrong. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Is this really optional? Are you excited about Doom? What do you think is going to happen here? I'm really excited about this game. I can't wait to actually get hands-on with it. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.